Yeah, so Scarlet Table Talk is essentially a roundtable discussion group. We were like, well, why not, get a group of students together and talk about ethnicity at Rutgers and
Mhm,
see what everyone thinks. We were expecting vastly different responses from people of different ethnicities,
mhm.
but it turned out people of different ethnicities all had very similar answers, which led to like a bonding moment in the group. And
Wow.
so, yeah, and so we were like, well, if we'd never had this discussion, we would have thought that we were all different.
Before I get into the questions that I want to ask you today about, your experience through GSN, I want to learn a little bit about you. So I remember, when I first met you and just having the opportunity to look through your resume, I learned some things about you being a co-founder of Rutgers Scarlet Table Talk organization. I thought it was very interesting. So just, off of that organization alone, could you share a little bit about what's that about and, kind of what you do?
Yeah, so Scarlet Table Talk is essentially a roundtable discussion group. And we wanted to, so me and my partner, my co-founder, we actually did a social change project in which we were like, well, why not, get a group of students together and talk about ethnicity at Rutgers and
Mhm.
see what everyone thinks. We were expecting vastly different responses from people of different ethnicities, when we asked them like, how do you navigate your ethnicity through the diversity of Rutgers, we were expecting different answers. But
Mhm.
it turned out people of different ethnicities all had very similar answers, which led to like a bonding moment in the group. And
Wow.
so, yeah, and so we were like, well, if we'd never had this discussion, we would have thought that we were all different, but
Yeah.
somehow we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
off of that, I'm sorry, what you're saying?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So off of that experience, we decided to why not create a group, or not a group, but an organization, a platform that um, allows Rutgers students to come together to talk about topics, and their opinion on those topics and how those topics or the events that we're discussing are personally affecting them, to kind of like crack through the walls.
Nice. Nice. That's very neat and so interesting. I think that's amazing that you guys put this, table talk together and kind of
Thank you.
break some of those barriers. That's pretty awesome. Why do you want to go into medicine?
So there's two big reasons that I want to go into medicine.
Mhm.
First, I actually I love learning about the human body. So I always say this, if I could just get paid to just learn about the human body, that would just be the job. But obviously I can't do that. So then the best thing about medicine is you get to keep learning, and you also get to meet people of different backgrounds. So you've probably already guessed, but being a founder of an organization like Scarlet Table Talk, I'm a huge people person. I love to, you know, I love to discuss with people of different backgrounds where they're from, what their story is. And because of that, I also minor in French. So I'm a huge language nerd too. So when it comes to combining everything, I think the healthcare industry, becoming a medical professional, allows you to put yourself in an environment where you keep learning
Mhm.
about what you're passionate about, but
Mhm.
also you keep meeting people and learning their perspectives, their views, and just kind of broadening your mind even more.